Thank you for joining us for Pet Connect. I'm Tara Douglas. We're going to start this segment with our Viewer Pet of the Week. We have a photo from Will and Brandy Glaze. They're fosters from Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill, and this is one of their former fosters that they ended up adopting. In the foster world, they would call this a foster fail, but looking at the expression on that dog's face, I don't think failure is a part of his life anymore. So he looks perfectly happy. And then this is Hutch, by the way, and after Hutch, we have our available dog of the week. So this is McGraw. He's at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. He's a 3-year-old neutered male who is heartworm negative, and from what I hear, he's really sweet, and he needs a home. So let's find a home for McGraw. Even if you're not in a position to adopt a dog or cat right now, you're able to go to the shelter and bust a dog out for a little while. Let them run around in the playpen there. So if you have time to volunteer, but you can't have a pet and you love dogs, then that's a great opportunity for you to give back to the community and have a nice expression on a dog's face like that after they're tired from running around. All right, so we're going to get to our special guest today. We have Nicole Shaw. She is co-owner of Our Healing Hands and also a licensed massage therapist there.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for joining the show, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about who you are.
Well, I am, again, Nicole Shaw. I am originally from Buffalo, New York. I moved down August of 2018 with my family to just help my grandmother just have like a better quality of life down here in her last years, of course. And we just made it a home down here, and we absolutely love it.
So your family is from Sylacauga?
They are, yes. My grandmother, born and raised. My mother, she was born, she left about when she was 14, my grandmother moved to Buffalo, New York. So that's where we all kind of just migrated there.
That's where you grew up.
Absolutely.
But then now you're a part of our community.
Indeed.
And we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, with your growing up, did you have pets?
Yes, I did, always. Actually, when I was about 8 to 9 years old, I formed a club called the Little Critters Club.
Of course you did.
Of course, right. And of course I was the president, right? So I would get my friends in the neighborhood, and we would have our little fanny packs on, and we would walk the neighborhood. My mother supplied us with cat food, dog food, bottled water, and little bowls, and we would feed all the strays in the neighborhood. I know our neighbors hated us, but
you're probably feeding some of their animals too.
Absolutely. So, and always had cats, and we had, cats for the duration of my childhood. And maybe about teenage, we got a dog. That was our first dog. And we kept her. Her name was Emerson.
Okay.
She was a lab and retriever mix, which I actually have now.
Okay.
And and she was wonderful. We ended up having to give her away, though, once we moved to like a different area that didn't allow pets. But I always knew once I moved out on my own
that you would
getting one. Yes.
That you would have pets. So tell us about your 2 dogs right now.
Oh my goodness! So we have Lady and we have Scarlett. Lady is a Beagle Bloodhound mix.
Okay.
And Scarlett is a Lab and Retriever mix.
We got some pictures up of them right now.
Yes.
That's them actually wearing some clothes. So.
Yes, they are going to a little tea party in my daughter's room.
You said growing up that you had animals, that you worked with animals a lot, and here's the picture we just saw of your daughter dressing them up.
Yes.
There's a lot of studies out there that showed that that there are a lot of benefits to pet ownership, especially to children.
Definitely.
Yes. The development of kids, and I don't think I've seen any that talk about the sense of style though.
Right.
But she did a great job dressing those 2 dogs.
Well, I think she will appreciate that. Yes. And we love doing before and after. Like, this is a year apart. Of course, maybe 2 days after we had her. And they love car rides. They're amazing.
Now, tell me the story. Now, where did you get Lady, first of all?
Lady, she showed up on the doorstep of a coworker of mine.
Okay.
I worked out at Purcell Farms, and she actually was just sharing the picture with me for me to share to see if I knew anyone that would like the 6-week-old puppy that just showed up on her doorstep. And as I was looking at the picture, and I said, me, I want it. And she said, really? So that's how I got Lady. And the coworker, she had 2 pets already, which is why she couldn't keep Lady. And so she had her just like in perfect condition. I really didn't have to do anything but just keep her up to date with her shots and get her spayed and everything. And Scarlett, we got a year later.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, 2 years later. She was actually a part of a litter that was abandoned in Talladega.
Okay.
So someone had posted it on Facebook, and she stood out to me, and I just was like, I want that one out, any way that I can help. And I didn't ever see myself being an owner of 2 dogs, but, sometimes your heart follows.
Absolutely, they find you, don't they?
Absolutely.
And it looks like they found a great home because they look quite spoiled.
Yes, just a little bit, just a little.
What did Lady think about you bringing in Scarlett?
Oh my goodness, it was so funny. She sniffed her, and her eyes. I've never seen Lady eyes. I've never seen a dog eyes actually get big off, except for like off of a cartoon or something. Her eyes were genuinely big. Like, what is this thing? She's never been around another dog, prior to that. So she immediately accepted her in. As you saw on one of the pictures, she just kind of laid there like, I guess I have to deal with this little thing. I don't know.
I have no choice.
Right.
Or she's hoping she'll leave someday and she just hasn't left.
Exactly. She's still waiting on that day. Absolutely.
So tell us the story of Scarlett, of when you got her.
Yeah, Scarlett, she was, oh my goodness, it was heartbreaking. She, like I said, she was part of a litter that was abandoned, and so when I went and got her from this lady, she was infested with ticks, fleas, worms, you name it. And everyone knows, since I was a little girl, I am deathly afraid of any bugs. Like, I am just so not the nature girl.
And of course you get a dog with bugs.
Of course, with every bug that there is, right? And you know what? At that point, my fear did not allow me to just say, never mind. I took her home and I literally handpicked each flea and tick off of her with a tweezer and washed her maybe about 4 times and immediately got her heartworm, pills and everything and I nurtured her back to health, and she has been great ever since.
Absolutely. And I wanted you to tell that story because we talk about how important it is to spay and neuter your pets so that these sorts of things don't happen. But it's so great that you were someone that took a bad situation and made it good.
Absolutely.
But oftentimes we don't hear that story, unfortunately.
Right.
So that's why we say that if you can spay and neuter and then adopt from the shelter, you'll get pets that are vetted. They've already gotten their shots. If they've had an issue, Feral Dogs of Avondale, the shelter, they make sure they come in and take care of those issues. So that when you get a dog, you know that it's healthy.
Right.
But I'm glad Scarlett's now healthy because
she is.
She looks like a great dog.
She really is. They have their own personalities as well. As I said, Lady is a Beagle Bloodhound mix, so she's not that affectionate. She'll just hand you her body like, okay, you can pet me, and then I'll go off. But Scarlett, oh my goodness. She is just all about affection.
She's all over you.
Exactly.
So she was all into getting dressed by your daughter.
Oh my goodness, she was. And you saw Lady looked a little bit more, alarmed, but
I'm not sure what's happened.
Right. Absolutely.
How often does she dress them?
Oh my goodness, maybe once or twice a week.
Okay. Does she use her old clothes, or does she request dog clothes for them?
Well, actually, those are all her old costumes from Halloween, or just old dresses that kind of sits in the back of her closet. But now they're Ladies and Scarlett's.
Of course, they can be reused and hand-me-downs.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk to Nicole about her business. So tell us about Our Healing Hands.
Okay. Well, Our Healing Hands is a massage and body contouring spa. Actually, myself and my business partner, Ashley Burnett, we decided to open Our Healing Hands last year, May of last year. We both worked out at Purcell Farms. That's where we met each other. And we didn't see the local community come out there, which is what we want, because we want to help people consistently with medical problems and just relaxation. It's just a therapeutic need for massage therapy. And I don't think a lot of people are, really relative of knowing that. That is very vital to just one's maintenance and one's upkeep of, just their livelihood and things. So we wanted to see the local community and be able to help them. And we decided hey, why don't we do something in the city of, Sylacauga to see that, to help people come out and see that it's more affordable. It's not just all, relaxation and the hype of just, pampering. It is absolutely therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely. We see that with patients all the time. And I can tell you, as a chiropractor of 18 years, we've worked with a lot of massage therapists. And when I met Nicole and Ashley, it was amazing because we have 2 of the best that I've ever met here in town. And so, we are so happy that you're here and so happy that you have the services that you do, because massage therapy is so important for people to keep moving and get healthy, and there's two of you know so many different techniques, and have been quite impressive there.
Yes.
Now tell the viewers where you're located.
We are located at 1109 Talladega Highway, which is right, it's next to Subway. It's the old Alpha Insurance building right here in Silicaca.
Great. And then how can people contact you to see figure out what service they need to get an appointment?
Okay, so our website is ourhealinghands2.com, or you can call us at 256-487-6000. The easiest way is to go online. You can kind of play around with all of the services. If you read everything online, we'd love for you to call as well, but that is the easiest way to book online or to get in touch with us.
Okay, yes. And then the website is Our Healing Hands 2, and that's ourhealinghands2.com.
Yes.
I'm on their website quite a bit, making appointments.
Right.
Now, with the massage side of things,
yes,
tell the viewers a little more about the body contouring, because that is one of your specialties there at Our Healing Hands.
Correct.
So what do you do with that?
So body contouring is non-invasive. So what it does is it kind of localizes different areas, whatever I'm working on. So I specialize in cavitation, which breaks down the body fat.
Okay.
I also do radiofrequency, which actually tightens the skin. So I do waist slimming, I do anti-aging facials, just a number of things that helps break down all of the fats and the lactic acids in the muscle to help just create a rejuvenated look for the body or the face, however.
Great. And yes, you can schedule those online as well. So,
yes, ma'am.
Yep. So just and what would you recommend to someone that wants, say, a massage, but they don't know what type of massage, and you have a lot of different types listed? How would you tell them to schedule with you?
Well, I would honestly say just go for your basic Swedish, and once you get in with myself or Ashley, we have an intake form that you fill out, and we go through everything very vitally with you to see exactly what it is that you would need, and we can go forth, and we will actually recommend, like, well, maybe you should get this instead of just a Swedish. I think this would be more recommended for you.
Great. Yes. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your business and your pets.
Well, thank you for
Make
having
sure
us.
that if you need a massage or if you would like some body contouring, look up Nicole and Ashley at Our Healing Hands.
Yes.
They have a beautiful facility there, and like I said, they are quite skilled and very professional, and you will have a wonderful experience if you go there. And maybe you and Ashley can put on some sort of dog massage clinic,
right,
and then we could get some people in the community to bring their dogs in.
Absolutely, because my dogs get it all the time.
I bet they do.
Yes.
They're quite fortunate to have you as a mom.
Indeed.
So thank you so much for joining us for Pet Connect. Don't forget that we have our fundraiser, the Help a Mutt Buy a Butt. So that's through Good Old Boys Barbecue, where you can buy a Boston butt or ribs. The last day to order is August 27th. So that's coming up fast. And you can order through any of the Feral Dogs of Avondale volunteers. You can order at Mutt Cuts with Missy Turner. And if you have any questions about it, you can contact Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill through their Facebook page, or you can email them at theferaldogsofavondalemill@gmail.com. And the email at the bottom, if you'd like to have your pet showed at the beginning of the segment, then that is the email where you can send a picture of your dog or cat or whatever kind of pet you'd like to show. And again, thank you for joining us. And don't forget, McGraw needs a home. Let's find him a home. And join us next week. We will have Carolyn Morse on the show. She is one of the founders of Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill. So we'll be able to get some great information from her about the hard work that they have done over the last 7 years to help curb the stray dog and cat population in this area. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.